Okay, we're going to start doing homework 1 here. So come take a look here. It says use the figure at the right. That would be this picture right here. What are two other names for line? We say line because of the two little arrows right there. Line XY. So here's line XY. What I notice about line XY is that it has point R in the middle of it. So I could also call it line XR, or if I want, I could also call it line RY. Those are both perfectly good names for line XY because it still goes through XR, it still goes through R and Y. Number 2, what are the opposite rays? Okay, opposite means going opposite directions. So one ray would be the one that goes from R through X. The other one is the ray that goes from R through Y. So we could say ray RX and ray RY. Number 3, what is the intersection of the two planes? Well, we've got this plane and we've got this plane. And where they intersect is at this line. This line shows where they cross each other. The name of this line, it has to be named by the only 2 points whose names we know on the line. So it would be line RS. Line RS. Okay, next. A segment has endpoints R and S. What are 2 names for the segment? Well, if it has endpoints R over here and S over here, then you could call it segment RS, or you could call it segment SR. Either one is a perfectly good answer. Okay, are ray AB and ray BA the same ray? Well, let's think about this. Ray AB has to start here and go through B. Ray BA has to start at B and go through A. So it doesn't look like they're the same ray because one of them starts at A and one of them starts at B. So they have different starting points, so they are different rays. Reasoning. Why do you use 2 arrowheads when drawing or naming a line such as line EF? This is pretty simple. The arrowhead shows that it goes forever. So, lines are, we'll just say lines are endless. They go forever in both directions. Lines are endless. That's why you use 2 arrowheads for lines. Last, how is naming a ray similar to naming a line? Well, rays and lines both have the arrowheads. Ray has 1. Line has 2. So how are they different? The ray only has the 1 arrowhead. The line has 2 arrowheads. So ray looks like this. Line looks like this. Okay, so that was pretty much the warm-up. Now let's look at the practice. Use the figure at the right for exercises 8 through 11. What are the 2 other ways to name line EF? Line EF is here. It could also be line EB, and it could also be line BF. Alright, what are 2 other ways to name plane C? Okay, here's a C here, but what we can do is just name other points that are on it. If we name any 3 of the points that are on the plane, we'll be done. So we could call it EBG, or we could call it FBG. You name a plane by naming any 3 points that are not collinear on the plane. I couldn't say EBF because EBF are on the same line, so they're not enough to name the plane. That's a little more subtle, but not too tough. But here's a good one. Name 3 collinear points. Let's look at this word collinear. It contains the word line. So 3 collinear points are 3 that are in the same line. So 3 points that are in the same line would be point E, point B, and point F. Name 4 coplanar points. Well, that's pretty easy. We only have 4 points. All 4 of these points, G, E, B, and F, all sit on the plane. So that one's pretty easy. G, E, B, and F are coplanar because they are on the same plane. Coplanar contains the word plane, well, basically, and collinear contains the word line. So that explains to you what the words mean. Okay, use the figure at the right for exercises 12 through 14. Name the segments in the figure. Oh, okay. I guess, let's just say, well, we've got segment RS, we've got segment ST, we've got segment TW. If you want, you can name other ones like RT, RW, SW. Seems like an excessive exercise. Name the rays in the figure. Well, do we have ray SR? We certainly have ray SR. Could we also say TR? Absolutely. Let's say it. Ray TR. How about ray WR? That makes sense. Ray WR. How about ray RS? Let's say RW. I like that better. RW means it starts from here and goes all the way. The one that starts from here and goes all the way could be called ray SW, and the one that starts from here and goes all the way could be called ray TW. So basically you're just naming an endpoint and then the farthest point in the opposite direction. It's pretty easy, it's just that there's a lot of answers, so you get extra practice. 14. Name the pair of opposite rays with endpoint T. Okay, this is important. Here's endpoint T. So the opposite rays are the one that goes this way and the one that goes this way. The one that goes this way we will call ray TW. The one that goes this way we can call it ray TR or ray TS. I prefer TR, but it's not necessary. Either answer is correct. Those have opposite, they're opposite rays with endpoint T. Name another pair of opposite rays. Well, let's do endpoint R. That would be ray SR and ray, from here, S, you could do ST or SW. I prefer SW because it's further from S. To me, that makes a little bit more sense. Okay, name the intersection of each pair of planes. This is cool. QRS. So here's Q, here's R, here's S. So basically, the bottom of this prism is plane QRS, and RSW. RSW is the right side. So where does the bottom touch the right side? It touches it. In other words, it intersects it at segment RS. Plane UXV. Well, UXV. Aha, here's UXV. By the way, I don't agree with them calling it UXV. Planes should be named sequentially, and UX and V are not sequential, but it's out of our hands. UXV and WVS. WVS. Okay, so that would be the top and the right side. Where do they intersect? They intersect along segment Volkswagen. Just kidding. VW. VW. All right. Next one, the intersection of planes XWV. XWV. Okay, XWV is just another name for the top. And UVR. UVR would be the front. So where does the top intersect the front? Along segment UV. Where does plane TXW? TXW, that would be the back. And TQR. Okay, so the back intersecting with the bottom, that would be segment TS. Okay, name two planes that intersect on the given line. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Here's QU. QU, well, what intersects it would be the front and the left side. So the front we can call RQU, and the left side we can call TQU. RQU and TQU intersect at QU. They're calling it line QU, although this isn't represented as a line. Another small quibble, but no big deal. Okay, TS. TS is here. So the two planes that intersect at TS would be the bottom and the back. The bottom we can call TSR, and the back we can call, let's call it STX. Okay, 21. XT, here's XT. XT is the intersection of the left side and the back. We can call the left side TQU, and we can call the back STX. Last, if VW, so VW is here. VW marks the intersection between the right side plane and the top plane. The right side plane we'll call SRV, and the top plane we'll call VUX. So see, where these two planes touch is VW. Alright, shade the plane that contains the given points. Alright, I'm not going to copy the figure, you can copy the figure. What contains R, V, and W? Here's R, here's V, here's W, that would be this plane right here. U, V, and W. Here's U, here's V, here's W, that would be the top plane. U, X, and S. U, X, and S. Ooh, that's tricky. Look at this. Here's U, here's X, here's S. Does anyone see the plane here? It's a tricky plane because it's an implied diagonal plane through there. You see, U, X, S, and R form a diagonal plane through the center of the prism. That's kind of interesting. Nice, tricky problem. Good job. T, U, V. Here's T, here's U, here's V. T, U, and V, it's another tricky problem because that's going to be this diagonally oriented plane. So as you can see, maybe not so easy. Anyway, that's homework 1. Thanks for watching. Review it if you need more help understanding.
Yep.
That button, push it.